Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. It is I, French Fry of the Sea. And if you can't tell, today is going to be a little different. We're going to be playing some cozy Stardew Valley, of course. Let me turn this down my earphones. But we are also going to be doing a little ranting. I've seen a lot of people talk about this lately. Also, that out of the screen. Oops, there we go. Also, I have a announcement. I have decided what will be Wednesday is new upload for a while, and that is going to be Kindergarten 3. So let's talk about that real quick. Kindergarten 3. The flower dance. So Kindergarten 3 is a sequel to Kindergarten 2 and Kindergarten 1, where we play as a kid stuck in a Groundhog Day kind of scenario where no matter what we do, the day keeps replaying over and over again. The game is a kind of a violent game, so I would not recommend it to minors. So your discretion will be advised for that gameplay. But I have played Kindergarten 1. I didn't play Kindergarten 2. I have seen a little bit of gameplay from one of my favorite kindergarten players, Miss Gloom. I don't know her personally, but I adore her channel, and I was so excited when I saw that she was playing Kindergarten 2 or Kindergarten 3. I didn't watch the whole video because I wanted to play it myself. But I thought, yeah, that's really cool. I like this game already. It seems like a really fun game. I keep saying Kindergarten 2, don't I? I mean Kindergarten 3. Oh gosh. Yeah, it seems like a really fun game and got me really excited to try it out myself, so I got it. And tomorrow, Wednesday, the 25th, I think, June 25th, I will be playing that and uploading it on YouTube as a YouTube video. So that's exciting. I hope you guys will like it as well. It's the first new game I have played on the channel. And the YouTube is here on Twitch as well, but it is French Fry _ of the Sea. So, oh, you like these cookies? This is a super gift. Thank you. You're welcome, Maru. Let's talk to Maru. Have you met my mother? She's the town carpenter. Yes. We have met your mother. Yes. Anyway, moving on. Oops, I can't get by there. Oh wait, what are we? Let's look at the community center real fast. This game revolves around that. Also, I wanted to talk about, if you can't tell by the thing, gaming and paywalls, which is probably one of the biggest annoyances gamers have right now. Is, paywalls in video games. And I guess I'll talk real quick, what do I mean by that? So, I remember when I was a kid, we didn't have the paywalls in video games. We had, we would buy a physical disc, go home, play it on the GameCube, the PlayStation, the Xbox, and there wasn't any added payment required. And at some point they did come out with DLC, but it too was on a disc. But um, eventually they made digital DLC, which that's not a problem really. Most DLC isn't that expensive. And if it is expensive, it typically has a lot to it. Um, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I love that game, and its DLCs, they're pricey. They're pricey. Um, the last one, Ragnarok, I think is what it's called, is like $30-$40. Still. But it gives a massive amount of story to the game, a massive amount of new gameplay, new characters, new items, stuff like that. When I say paywall, I mean pay to play garbage. Um, when you buy a game, but then the game turns around and says, if you want this or that in game to be able to play the game, we want more money from you. We want more money than you've already given us. And my best kind of example of that is when I was a teenager. It was around the time the Elder Scrolls Online first came out, and I was so hyped for it. I played Oblivion. I loved it. Hang on, guys. Sorry, guys. Um, I played Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I got the DLC. Um, Isle of Madness or Shivering Isle DLC from a secondhand store. I played Skyrim. I didn't really care much for Skyrim because it was a lot more difficult. But I liked Skyrim still. The story was so rich and just beautifully told. But when I got online, uh, at first I didn't know it was online, which is on me. I should have read the actual case that says online, but I got it back when I had an Xbox One. As a teenager, I got one for Christmas, and I was so hyped for this game. I get home, I play it. I don't realize that to play this game, I have to have a Xbox Gold membership. Now I don't. I think that since changed names, they don't call it Xbox Gold anymore. Um, it's Xbox something, or maybe it might be Xbox Gold now. It wasn't back then, but anyway. Um, so I get home, I get that, and I think when you first buy the game, it comes with like or at the time, it came. Oh, we need that. Epic. It came with like a 3-month subscription to the Xbox subscription. So I didn't think anything of it. Um, so I play it, and everything's fine, everything's cool, until I get to a certain level. When you get to a certain level in Elder Scrolls Online, this may have changed, I'm not sure, but I know back then, um, they would half the amount of experience points you got. They would flat out half it. to where you were not making as much experience points. And in games like Elder Scrolls, your experience points and your level is very important. Now I know in I think Oblivion there were certain missions you couldn't even do unless you were a certain level. Um, and I think in Oblivion and Skyrim, it didn't really matter what level you were. The enemies got stronger with you. Um, but the levels, you could level up your abilities, your stats, and you'd get stronger um, in the ways you chose. But online, they cut it in half. Um, to where you can't, you can't earn the normal amount of experience points unless you pay for an Elder Scrolls subscription. A monthly subscription to the creators of Elder Scrolls Online, upon which your EXP amount, your experience points, will go back to normal. And it's not like they're giving you a boost in experience points for having a subscription. They're giving you the normal amount that is given to players when they first start playing the game. But if you don't do that, your experience will always be half of what you're getting. And that was just so crazy to me. I had never experienced a game like that before. Actually, I shouldn't have done that one. Oh well. It just made me think, what the heck is going on here? I was just so shocked that they would do that. They would want more money because that game was, like $60. And mind you, I understand it's a live, I forget what it's called, live service game, but still, they have cosmetics, they have mounts, they have um, so much stuff you have to pay for in that game that I feel like they could get that money for instead of aiming low enough to aim at EXP and to where players can't level up normally. Again, it's not you're not getting a boost in EXP. You are getting the normal amount you're supposed to be getting. And another game that did that, which is older than that, was the Star Wars Old Republic game. I played that for free on the EA app, or at the time it was Origin. Since then, EA has removed the game from their services. But I remember being just so shocked because I was really into that game. I really liked it. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Huge Star Wars fan. But it just took away from that. Sorry if I'm speaking too loud. I don't have good volume control. Um, but it took away from the joy of that game, and it got to where I was getting my butt handed to me. They were railroading me into paying for a subscription. At the time, I was a teenager. I didn't have money for a subscription. That was the one thing I just didn't have was money. And so I didn't do it. I ended up, I stopped doing it. Let's see what we got here. We got proficiency went up. Bait maker, spinner, trap bobber, and sonar bobber. Ooh. Are those strawberries, man? I swear. Strawberry is such a good crop. Sorry. Um, but it was just crazy to me. And it's not just that. That is insane. Um, but it's just, you know, gaming when I was a kid was not pay to play. Or if it was, I didn't know those games. Gaming was fun. It's a way to express yourself, a way to escape the world around you. And as a kid, I adored that because school was a nightmare for me. I was bullied. I struggled academically. I, really needed an outlet, and so I chose video games. And it just seeing now that video games have turned into such a pay-to-play situation where they're basically telling you, hey, if you don't give us more money, then you're not going to be able to play this game you bought. And that's not even the half of it. You have gaming platforms like Nintendo who are saying now you don't even own your games. I didn't even know about this until I was watching another YouTuber talk about the Nintendo Switch 2. And, part of the new agreement, which is not just the Nintendo Switch 2, but also Nintendo Switch itself, is you buy, I can't think what the wording is, but basically, you don't own your own game. Should I give him this potato? Let's go back down here real quick. But yeah, you don't own your own game. And to me that's so crazy. Hang on. Okay. It's crazy to me because, people spend hard-earned money on these games, whether they're adults playing for themselves or, buying the games for their kids, or kids saving up their allowance, or teenagers saving up allowance or paycheck. To afford this game, and you have Nintendo, and I'm playing on it now. I love Steam, but even Steam saying you don't, you're basically buying the privilege to play this game, but you don't own this game. Oh, it's locked. It's the flower dance, yeah. And that's crazy. That is insane. Before everything went online, games, and another thing, of course, was games weren't, they weren't needing updates 24/7. We'll talk about that another time. But the paywall situation is so crazy because not every gamer has the money to afford pay to play. So many gamers just don't have it in them. They don't have the resources, they don't have the money to pay into these games. And it seems all these um, game companies can say is, well, just don't play the games then. And to me, that's a massive slap to the face because Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, Sega, um, they they were built off the players. You can have an amazing game like Mario, Zelda, Grand Theft Auto, um, Kirby. I'm trying to think of an Xbox exclusive. I don't really know. You can have all these amazing games, but at the end of the day, they're not going to amount to anything. Um, until they find their fan base. Um, and you know, it's not these a big misconception I feel a lot of gaming companies currently have is pleasing the stockholders. Um, I played The Sims 4, off camera, of course, and it's just amazing how with these the Sims team doesn't care. They're all about those stockholders. I'm getting off topic again. I'm sorry. I do that a lot. But another thing I find so incredibly infuriating about pay to play is multiplayer. When I was a kid, I'm probably sounding like an old man. When I was a kid, we could buy bubble gum for 50 cents. And a stick of wood was our game system. No offense to any old folk out there, of course. I was the same way when I was a little kid. Not the bubblegum thing. It was definitely cheaper back then, though. But you know, sticks, finding a stick out in the yard, playing with it, heck yeah. Best time, best game ever as a kid is finding a stick. And it's a sword, it's a magic wand, you know. But honestly, when I was a kid, if you wanted to play multiplayer games, you went out and bought another controller. And it wasn't just a situation where you were buying an expensive controller. That's another thing. I remember I went through quite a few controllers growing up as a kid, from getting frustrated with video games. And I would typically, my mom would say, you know what, you've gone through this many controllers, I'm not getting you any more, we can't afford it. So she would get me a generic controller. At the time, the PlayStation 2 generic controllers were called Rock Candy. The Rock Candy controllers. I don't think they exist anymore. I haven't seen them. The controller I'm playing with now is a generic DualShock. Because a PS4 controller still is like $75, $70, something like that. That's crazy. But you would take another controller and you would play with someone in the room with you. I think the first time I ever heard about playing with people that weren't in the same room with you with people, down the street or even across the world was we had this game. We had like these crazy games. Uh, Funkies, I think it's what they were called. Um, Uni rods. You know, it's just there was so many. It was online games for the computer. Um, there was I didn't. You couldn't play. I don't think. Um, you couldn't really play a multiplayer game with someone in another town or city, or country from you if you were playing on the PlayStation or the Xbox. I don't think at that time. And then the Game Boy, you, I think you used a special cord to connect to another Game Boy to trade Pokemon. And at some point, though, they had it to where you could connect to the internet, but you had to have back when we had dial-up. Before Wi-Fi, we had dial-up. And it was just, that was the first time I found out you could play with other players that weren't right next to you. And I was so amazed. I was like, this is the future of gaming. Oh my gosh. Hey, Willie. I kind of need you inside, bro. But everything was so good. And then it, it changed. Kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Everything was good, and then the game industry attacked, and took away our multiplayer for free. And mind you, you can still play multiplayer for free and with people all around the world. There are games on Steam that let you play multiplayer. With friends, local and around the world for free, just buy the game. But there, if I'm wrong, I apologize. But if I remember correctly, PlayStation let's go ahead and sell. Not you. What do we got here? Irradium already? Girl. That's right, because we already have the fiber. Wait, we bought that, didn't we? Alright, just looking around. But it just, it was one of those things where it was such a shock. Seeing games that say online multiplayer only, or online multiplayer. We'll buy one of those. Oh, I need some bait. There we go. But it was such a shock, a genuine shock to me, that before it was all about connecting. I remember the old Nintendo commercials, especially the Pokemon Nintendo commercials, talking about connecting people all around the world, and how excited they were to do that. and it was something that was really interesting. Now I'm shy. I don't. I'm an introvert. I don't like talking to people face to face. It freaks me out. Um, and I get really nervous. But the thing about it is, um, oh, Linus likes. There you go, Linus. But the thing about it is, um, it was still something exciting for so many people. Multiplayer with people all around the world, connecting with people, and of course it came with its downsides. You had situations that people, especially children, should not have been introduced to. It was kind of a Wild West situation. And I don't think it's been remedied well yet. I think they still have issues with that kind of thing, and it definitely needs to be done because children should not be in danger playing video games. But it's just, you know, it was one of those things that was so brand new. But now, I think even with Nintendo, you have to pay for the Nintendo subscription to play multiplayer. With some games. I may be wrong. I don't do the subscription thing. I don't do it. I avoid it at all costs. But it's just so crazy. It's really crazy to me. That you have to pay to play with your friends now. When again, when I was a kid, you just had a cord plugged up together, or you grabbed an extra controller. You didn't need a subscription. It was just easy as that. You didn't need a subscription. Everything was normal and fine. But I'm curious if anyone in chat has anything to add. Sorry, I've been kind of controlling the conversation. I apologize. But I am curious to see if anyone in chat has anything to add. To the conversation. I mean, it's are we friends now? We got two. I got 72 likes that gift. But yeah, I know I'm not the only gamer who has feelings about this. It's a massive debate within the gaming sphere. From what I've seen, and I don't really interact with other people, but I've seen so many people talk about the issues, and it's stifling. But yeah, just insane how much has changed, and how money grabby the game industry has become with these paywalls. And will it stop? Ideally, it would. Ideally, it would stop. Um, but as of right now, I don't see it happening because people are so okay with it. We're so okay and used to it. Um, we're very easy to please, basically, when it comes to the current condition of gaming. Um, Everyone likes this. Um, but just it's insane. It's really insane. Um, how much the gaming industry basically uses us gamers, and younger gamers as parents, um, to really, you know, jab at us. Um, it's really crazy. So, um, that's about it for that conversation. Again, unless anybody else has anything else to add, I am willing to hear anyone out. Even for it, if you're for paywalls, let me know. And if you're watching this on YouTube, definitely feel free to still, in the comment section, um, say your thoughts on it if you want. That's perfectly fine. Um, 99. Okay. Yeah, it's perfectly fine to do. Uh, I am interested in what others have to say about the situation. This charcoal kindle, here it is. 25 stone. Wood, 2 copper, okay. Um, there we go. Oh, we got enough wood. But alright. Ooh, it took all my copper. Ah! Let's get some more. It's just this, though, we'll be able to get our kindler. Excuse me. Alright, so rant over. um... Alright, let's... There we go. Let's put these back in here. Organize everything. Wasn't that needed for something? Let's see. No, okay. Earth crystal is. You know what, let's cut down some more trees. I keep forgetting to hold down. Alright, here we go. I gotta get something to drink real quick. That's better. I've been talking non-stop. Here we go. Let's see here. We have enough wood again. To where we can go ahead and give that to the community center. Ooh, farming proficiency. Bee house. Yes. Yes. And combat went up. Good. Mining went up. So many things went up, guys. Alright, I think today. Oh, no, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think, is. That creepy noise. Alright, so any of this needed for the pantry. Summer, fall, winter, exotic. Nope, okay, we can sell this. Oh wait, don't we need... No, okay. I will take the wood. And the stone we have. We'll take that with us. And once again, in case you couldn't tell, or you may not know, which is perfectly fine, we are playing modded Stardew Valley. Modded to where it shows us if we have a gift a person likes, it'll pop up a little speech bubble or thought bubble above their head. Typically it doesn't do that, so there's that. And also it shows us or not shows us, but also I can fish easier. The fishing minigame to me is really difficult, so this is an easy way to be able to fish and get to Ginger Island. So once we have two paths we can take. The community center path, which is a favorite among Stardew Valley players, and the preferred path, or ooh, look at that frog. No! Jiraiya, come back! Jiraiya! Oh, I'm a nerd. If y'all didn't know, I'm a nerd. Alright, let's go deeper into the mines. Holy crap! Oh, I got our first war scroll. Ah, it hurt me. How did you hurt me? What's this? Rice shoot. Heck yeah. I'll get rid of those. So I want this. There we go. Uh-oh. Did we go on a bad day? I wonder. How much of a bad day? I really need some nut stone. More than I need mixed seeds right now. Come here. Come here. I love this sword. Sword and me are going places. Oh yeah, also I got a, oh god. Yep. Go away. We are escaping that. Wow. This is a strong sword. I didn't shoot the sword either. It was it came up with a fishing as a lucky box, treasure chest. I looked at the time and saw 11:50. I thought it was like at night. I was like, holy crap, I gotta get home. Alright, let's mine some more. We got a lot of bug meat. We need that. Into the mine's quite good. I don't know why I'm doing that. What's up here? Keep jumping, little slime. One day you'll make your mama proud. Make mama proud, baby! Baby slime! Too bad you want that baby slime. Hey, baby slime. Ah, not you. Aw, you're trying, aren't you? Aw, you sad. There. Put you out of your misery. I'm a horrible person. How about bug? Oh, it's right there. Open your eyes, French fry. Area's infested again. Oh, I kind of want that. Get rid of the stone. Oh, we need this too. Ah! You know what? This is kind of not useful until we get the mill. Yep, come up here. Nope, I ain't gonna let you be born. A birth view. Now, that was an interesting game, birth. Okay, we got all the things. What's... oh. He was hiding. Huh. Is that a glitch? Did we get a glitch? I think we glitched. It's not opening up anything. Yeah. It glitched, unfortunately. That's too bad. Anyway, we got a good bit of copper. You know, we got all rid of those slimes. We never got a reward. Yeah. Let's see how the Adventurers Guild's doing, though. Are they closed? They're closed now. Let's see. Oh, they're open. Only gotten 60 slimes. We're close to cave insects, though. What do you got for me? Cut glass 19 to 17. I mean, Neptune's glaive is kind of OP. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with that, guys. Master Jiraiya? Pervy Sage? Rasengan? No pain. This world shall know pain. No, I used to love Naruto. I still like Naruto. I just don't love it as much as I used to, but I used to be obsessed with Naruto, I swear. I was the biggest Naruto nerd I knew. Oh. Well, it's too late for that now. I need to start checking that. I'm so used to Fields of Mystery where the requests, you know, either, you get them and they don't go away. There's no time limit. And they're not really that useful necessarily. But here, they're very useful. They're very useful. I didn't have enough coal anyway. Let's go ahead and take this meat. Uh, 45. Ooh. Takes 10 though. Ooh. What? I'm going inside before I catch fire. Hey. Stormy. Thanks for the snake. Get away. 562, not bad. Excellent. Can't pick that up, unfortunately. up. Alright. There we go. Don't forget to follow, guys, if you don't follow, even if you're watching the VOD. And can't make live streams. It still helps to follow. If you're watching on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe. That helps a lot. A lot. Let's go ahead and put our copper bars up. Takes silver to make a beehive, right? Or iron, yeah, it takes iron. And maple syrup! Excuse me. Okay. For the scarecrow. Alright, let's go fishing. Actually, let's go back to the mines. First, let's go see a man about a dwarven scroll. So that's useful. Yeah, this is going to the mines. So if we do it, we'll get our reward too. 9 o'clock, come on. Oh dang, we almost got to Pam's house. That's crazy. Green algae! Library should open at 8, not, oh it is up. Shh. No one think I'm stupid. I'm not stupid, I'm just not bright. Alright, let's go up to the mines. And mine some more. The stream will end here in a few minutes though, I will say. That will definitely happen. So yeah. Sebastian. Thanks, I like this. What? I didn't hear you. I'm just thinking about something. Well, I'm thinking about Sam, who I never see, so send him my love. He doesn't know me, but, you know. I just can't believe that one person told me to go after Sam. I haven't seen them back since. Like, guys, should I still go after Sam? Or should I do what I typically do and go after Alex? I like Alex though, it's like really hated. Ooh, we got a Monster Slayer goal achieved. That's good. I swear, if you don't pay attention, these rocks look like potatoes. For some reason, that made me think of the old children's story, Rock Soup, which I was obsessed with as a child. I was obsessed with that story. And one time, our teachers, and I forget what grade it was, actually made us rock soup, and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. It was nothing but vegetables, and I hate vegetables, so I didn't really eat it, and my teachers weren't happy about that. They were like, "French fry, you gotta eat the vegetables, kid," and I was like, "Nah." I'm good. I'm good. Humana. Oh. All this. I hit a vein. This was Minecraft. It wouldn't be impressive whatsoever because copper is worthless, but you know. That game's about mining. So gotta bring that up. I'm so bad at Minecraft. I am like the worst Minecraft player ever. I'm worse than that one lady. I say lady for the record out of respect, not saying she's old, she's not old. But I say ma'am and sir and miss and like Mr. a lot. When it's like when that I know that person goes by those. Ooh. That's not right. Should've been a chest. Ah! We smited by Neptune. We're tired. We should have been a chest on 4:30. Tell me my game's bugged. What am I doing? Nah. Alright, let's go back. She wants my opal. She can't have my opal. Gunther needs it. Oh, Gunther. Also, question. How many of y'all watch One Piece? Or have read the manga? You'll eat it. Go away. You can't eat the opal. I used to watch that as a kid. I recently got back into watching One Piece. I'm at the Alabasta arc. There we go. And I gotta say, I'm like, Sanji is my favorite male character. And then Robin has to be my favorite female character. The Straw Hat Crew, I have to say. Wait, what? Well, you're not nice. But yeah, like, they're my favorites. I think next time I might do a One Piece discussion. Actually, next in Fields of Mystria, perhaps. Might do a One Piece talk. But for now, nope. Let's do that. I never did take that wood. Oh, I'll take it some more time. Let's go ahead and deposit everything. We'll save. One strawberries for 240 gold. At least. That's crazy. Excuse me. And next year we'll save our strawberries. And today is the last day, so I don't think there's any point in watering crops. But I'll have to remember that next time. Because this is it for this stream. Thank you guys so much for coming and watching. If you're watching the VOD, thank you for watching the VOD. I do appreciate both. Don't forget to follow here on Twitch and subscribe over on YouTube. YouTube is FrenchFair_of the sea. And my Twitter is in both my on my YouTube and here on Twitch. Don't forget to follow me there for updates on gaming. I'll post there if I ever can't make a stream or miss a video. I'll explain why, or that I'm not going to be able to post or something. And yeah, so follow me on Twitter, YouTube, and here on Twitch, if you don't mind, please. And if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, please consider leaving a like, as it does help the videos. Anyway, from me and Stormy, that's going to be it for this Stardew Valley Tuesday. I will see you guys next time. Be safe. Try to have fun while obeying the law, please. And yeah, also again, if you want to get into the conversation or start a conversation about paywall issues of gaming, don't forget to leave a comment on YouTube in the comment section. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.